Welcome to my review of Birdman. Birdman is directed by Alexander Gonzalez Niatro. It stars Michael Keaton, Edward Norton, Naomi Watts, Emma Stone, and a bunch of other very talented actors and actresses. Now, the premise of this film follows the story of Regan, who is played by Michael Keaton. He's a has-been actor who is best known for playing an iconic superhero called Birdman. And he's at a point in his life that he wants to prove to the world that he is a talented actor, that he is an artist. So because of that, he decides to produce and write and star in his own Broadway show to show to the world that yes, he is a talented actor, that Birdman isn't the defining thing to him as an artist and as an actor. Now, I went into this movie expecting nothing more than seeing Michael Keaton again, because for those who don't know, I have like this weird obsession with Michael Keaton. I've had it ever since I was a kid. I just grew up with a lot of Michael Keaton movies from the 80s and 90s, so I just have this love for this man. So I went into the movie just because of Michael Keaton. But I have to say, this movie isn't exactly what you think it may be, because the first act, it's the trailer. The second act, I started thinking, okay, maybe this movie has more to it than what I thought the movie was going to be. And then by the third act, I just sat back and I said, I give up. I'm not exactly sure if I comprehend everything this film is trying to tell me. And that's the thing that I loved about this film. This movie is a type of movie that a group of people can go into the movie, and then this group of people can come out of the movie, and each and every person is going to have a different idea of what this movie meant. And that's how it was for me. I went in with a group of people, we all came out of the theater, we all said what we thought the movie was about, and we all had different ideas of what we thought the movie was. And that is something that isn't often seen when it comes to film. And that's the great thing about this movie. This movie is the type of film that creates discussion, and any movie that does that is great. And it's not, any serious discussion of any kind. It's just a discussion of what a person may get from this movie when it comes to what this story and this overall film was trying to tell. The other thing about this film that I thought was absolutely wonderful was the way it was filmed. It was filmed as though it was just one consistent shot throughout the whole movie. Because I can only imagine how hard it is for a director to film a movie as though it's one consistent shot without ever making it feel like at any point he yelled out cut. The other thing that I found very interesting about this film as a person who likes superhero movies and just comic book movies in general is that I felt like this movie in a way was taking shots at that genre of films and actors who take those roles. It wasn't shots done towards any DC comic movie or actor, but there were a lot of shots taken towards Marvel movies, characters, and actors. Like, the only reference even close to anything DC comic related is where there's a point in the movie where 1992 is mentioned as the last film that Michael Keaton's character played Birdman. And for those who know, Batman Returns was the last movie that Michael Keaton did as Batman. So that was like the only thing that's remotely close to that. But then again, we can take this overall movie and the theme towards it and kind of say it's a knock on Michael Keaton's past life as Batman in the Tim Burton Batman films. Anyone who appreciates a very good film, a very well shot, acted, written film, a movie that deserves to be praised, check this movie out. But once again, this movie isn't for everyone. If you're expecting a superhero movie, you will be greatly disappointed, because this is not what this movie is. So that is my review of Birdman. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Interstellar is directed by Christopher Nolan. It stars Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain, Casey Affleck, and a bunch of other talented actors and actresses. Now, the premise of this movie follows the story of Cooper, who is played by Matthew McConaughey. He is a scientist who then turns into a farmer, and the reason why he's a farmer, because farmers are the most important people here on Earth at the point of where this story is being told. This is supposed to be the future, and Earth is no longer the Earth